Adam, who is owner of Blackbeard Espresso. Hi, Adam.
Hello.
How you doing today?
We're great. Having a great time out here.
It's pretty hot out here. Are you going to sell a lot of iced coffees or hot coffees?
So far today, unlike yesterday, as shown, we're selling a lot more iced coffees, definitely, yeah.
Okay, so when you first started, you started about a couple years ago, is that correct? Can you tell me a little bit of information on how you started?
Yeah, sure. So Steve and I are actually both in the mortgage industry. So we were working for a huge company at the time that laid off about half their workforce. So we were fortunate enough to have a bit of a severance and a little bit of time off to where we were able to kind of focus on something. And we could have gone back and just doing a regular job, but we kind of decided that what we'd rather do really is something for ourselves. And I've always been interested in owning a coffee shop, and he's kind of more into the entrepreneurship of it all, period. So we said, let's open it up. And then the big thing became, well, where would we do it? Where'd be a good location? And because all the spots where you would think would be, would have a good demographic for coffee shops around Louisville have excellent coffee shops already there. So we said, well, as opposed to kind of committing to one spot, what if we could just be everywhere? Because Louisville is kind of a city where for a few years the food trucks have been getting bigger and bigger, just kind of growing but still young. So we thought it'd work out really well, and we've got an old bread truck that have nothing inside of it, and built it ourselves except for the plumbing. We had to have a plumber do that for us. We started that in October actually of 2013, finished it up, got on the road in January of 2015, and have been learning a lot ever since then. Yeah.
Do you still have your 3,500 watt espresso machine from the original one?
Yeah, we definitely do. Yeah, that gigantic tank right there. It's been a godsend for us. It's been excellent to have.
Do you have a name for her?
We actually don't, and that probably we should. I guess we probably should do that. But I will say that one of the things that you learn during food trucking is how many things can go wrong. So maybe subconsciously we didn't name it because it's kind of like when you get an animal, you don't name it because you don't want to get attached to it. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
All right, so I've heard you are the coffee drinker, the coffee lover, master of this whole ordeal.
Not master, lover. Yeah, always loved coffee, and my grandmother gave me my first cup of coffee. When I was probably 7-8 years old, and it was all right. I didn't love it, but I liked drinking coffee then. And then as I got older, I started learning about different types of coffees. And the first time I went to a Starbucks, I think I was 14 or 15, and I didn't know about anything beyond drip coffee. So I was like, oh yeah, I hear double espresso, give me one of those. And at the time I had no idea, I'd never had anything like that. I'd had coffee with milk my whole life, had this double espresso, and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. But while I was drinking it, I was like, oh, okay, I kind of figured out kind of how to drink it, how to taste what, the positive things from it. And then from there, kind of would just go to, as many coffee shops as I could find and just try out different coffees or chais or teas and those sorts of things. But yeah, always big into the lattes and those for me is a big deal. Yeah, I love it.
So how many shots of espresso do you drink a day? Or at least in one setting?
Well, it's that varies as well, because one of the things that we drink a lot on the truck is iced coffee. We drink a lot of our iced coffee. We love it. We just, iced coffee with some half and half. For us, we drink those pretty much every day. Now, when we were kind of training and outfitting the truck, we were ripping, espresso shots all day long. So there would be days where we were sampling drinks and kind of getting how we wanted to do them down. So that we'd have 12, 14, 16 shots in a day. And there are definitely a few times where you can tell that that's probably more than you should have. You should have some, but maybe not that much.
I have 6 shots of espresso in one setting, so yeah. So because I drink 6 shots of espresso and I like it iced, what kind of drink would you make for me if I came here?
Well, you could do I would say like an iced red eye. Something like that would be a really good drink. Or, any of our lattes. Our large drink, unlike some of the, some larger coffee chains, our large drink actually has 4 shots of espresso already in it. So if you wanted, you could do any large iced drink. And if you wanted to have your 6, you could just add we could add a double shot for you. That's no problem. If you like to have more of a milk or a cream kind of thing, I would recommend a nice Cuban coffee. Our Cuban coffee is really kind of our signature drink, and what it is, it's kind of it's really a cafe con leche that Steve-O kind of discovered these when he was in the Keys with his family, and it's a big drink that him and his dad tried down there. And they kind of fell in love with it on that vacation and went there every day. And so we kind of made our own little twist on it and brought it up here. And at our regular stops, that's our most famous drink, definitely. Just kind of like a lightly sweetened latte kind of experience.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what their favorite drink is. Now, have you had any customers that come with crazy orders?
I guess so. Yeah, there are definitely some where people want almost like a, like the suicide when you go to like a restaurant and get just, whatever, every soda. There have been people that have wanted to do that with syrups, but, give me one of everything, or, a hazelnut, caramel, salted chocolate, all this crazy stuff. But, however people want to drink, we always laugh about. You almost feel this intimidation when you go to a coffee shop that, if you're not an avid coffee drinker, especially. And we never wanted to be that. We always wanted to, because we're not, professional, super, experienced baristas with, our entire lives of being in the business or anything like that. We're more guys that love coffee and love business and love people and kind of love being able to do it, and we work to become better at it. So we're never the people who will say, oh, you shouldn't get that, or that drink's crazy, or anything like that. So whatever anybody wants, we're willing to make as long as we have what it takes.
That's an awesome perspective on that. And I have one more question. I have two, actually. Blackbeard Espresso is an awesome name. How did you come up with it?
All right, so really that was kind of like an evolution of names that we worked on, because when we first got the idea before the truck was built, and while we were building the truck, we said, we had all these different ideas for different names, and we just, kind of like if you write songs, I think a lot of people feel like this, where you write a song and you like it a lot at first, and then you play it a few more times and you hear it back, you're like, oh, that song's terrible. So we kind of did that with our names for a little bit, and we're kind of on something espresso, something, and he went out to another place that he went on vacation. Our entire business, I guess, is actually composed of where Steve's gone on vacation. But they went out to the Outer Banks in North Carolina. Blackbeard the Pirate was big. He was actually out there, back when he was around, of course. So we kind of floated the name Blackbeard Espresso, and that one just kind of stuck. So no long-term history or anything like that, but just kind of like coming up with a song name, I think, is how we came up with that.
That's an awesome name, actually. One more question. Have you thought about making Blackbeard masks to sell?
Blackbeard?
That would be awesome.
We've thought about doing all kinds of merchandising, different types of things, and a Blackbeard mask actually is a brilliant idea. Maybe we should get on that. I think that'd be fun to do, yeah.
I'll only take like half for the genius idea of that.
Right, yeah, no problem. That's fine. Yeah, 50-50. That's usually what we give to everybody, is a 50-50 commission. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad I got the opportunity to interview you. Thank you so much. And hopefully you'll get a lot of business, but not so much where you just have to crash and you're like, I'm done.
Yeah, so far today, I definitely like being busy, and but today has been a little bit of a nice break, because we were out here from 7 a.m. yesterday till about 12:30 last night. Longest work day I've ever worked, definitely. And so we woke up today in pain. So we were definitely not right now. Being this kind of this the amount of steady is something we're fine with. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much.